do, baby? You are back on your girl's channel. It is Gigi reporting to you live from Gigi's Reality. Hey guys, we have to talk about the Potomac Housewives. I mean, this Sunday, this episode was jam-packed, so I'm gonna try to give you the dish on everything because bitches was loco. And honestly, after this episode, I can pay Candice and Giselle dust because I never liked Giselle from the beginning, but Candice, after this episode, girl, for sure, you are on my shit list. You is rude. That's the only thing I can think of. You rude, you spoiled, and you, and this damn, the way you be treating Chris, and he a good man, and you sitting there treating like that, like he a third-class citizen. Bitch, you gonna be divorced after this first year if you don't get your shit together, but we gonna get into that a little bit later. First, if you are new to your girl channel, let me welcome you to Big What's Up. I appreciate you for tuning in. You can drop a heart emoji down in the comments. That way I can shout you out just to let you know I appreciate the love and we see each other, okay? So the Potomac Housewives, I'm going to try to make this quick, break it down into the main, episodes or main situations that happen in this episode. So first, we have the little scene with Giselle and Robin. They're going appliance shopping for Giselle's house. Her ass is determined to renovate this new home. That bitch was dilapidated and she paid almost $1 million for it already. So she's looking at, obviously she got expensive taste. You know, she like silver and leather walls and shit. And Robin's sitting there looking at like Giselle like, bitch, you have no idea what you are in for. You know, I've always been one to take life lessons, and you know, something I was always taught was a wise man learns mistakes from somebody else. So Giselle, you ain't gonna sit there and look at your friend Robin, how she's struggling renovating her house, and you ain't gonna sit there and take heed to that. I mean, just because every Hue Beauty is sitting on Target shelf does not mean that your ass is immune to, you know, having to spend extra money. I mean, I watched my parents build a house, and this is certainly the rule of three. Well, however long they tell you it's gonna take, 3 months, bitch, is gonna take 9. $25,000, bitch, you're gonna be paying almost $100. So Giselle, you just got to learn this the hard way. But you want your own Giselle Bryant home, you know, because you tired of living in your ex's house. That's basically, you know, guilt money. You living in the guilt home because he can't keep his dick out of the deacon's wives and stuff and cheating and whatnot. But you know, that's for another topic. But these two hoes sit down, and Giselle tried to check Robin over how she was stubborn apologizing to Ashley. Like, I heard what I heard and that's it. I'm with Robin. What the fuck am I apologizing for? I didn't bring it up and I'm getting all the heat. Like, Robin's talking about how is she still mad at me, and her main issue is that was the wrong time. How dare you bring it up right then? And she had to turn it back on Giselle like, do you not remember? You are the one who brought it up at the table. Now, immediately, the first thing Giselle does is deny, talking about, oh no, don't put me in it. Ooh, Giselle's always the problem. No, I'm not the one who heard it. That was you and Candice, so it ain't none of my business. Well, if it ain't none of your business, then Giselle, how come you felt so empowered to bring it up at the table? It was your business then. So you better start, look, be woman enough. If you're going to spill it out there, be woman enough to handle what comes after that. And finally, you know, after we see the flashback and we all knew what she did, now she would have been like, well, I guess I did do that. So I'm like maybe 4% responsible. Bitch, you all the way responsible. Regardless of if Robin said it, the shit wouldn't have came up had you not brought the topic up. Point blank, period. Okay? So Robin, I honestly, with you and Giselle's friendship, you need to be getting in her ass a little bit more than the way you do. Like, you should have checked that bitch at Candice's house. Like, that's what you should have did. But that's just what I would have done. But, you know, Robin, you and Giselle, you know, as Monique called it, Pinky in the brain, she got it right. Giselle the brain, you Pinky, you just follow around like a mouse behind cheese. So, the next scene, here's this bitch that got on my nerves. Candice, you about to lose a good husband because that man loved you. He cooked, clean, make sure you good, but your spoiled ass brat ways are gonna kick him out to the next bitch. So you better cool it. She goes to Chris's restaurant talking about, oh, they were kind of joking at first about, oh, you don't want to spend all day with me, bitch. No. Chris said it's good to have some space because your ass is extra needy and you were too much. I'd have to lose my mind spending 24 hours a day with you. But then she brings up the whole therapy situation and how her mom does these things of she cuts me off, or if I say something then that she doesn't agree with, then I'm automatically wrong. Like, my mother does all this stuff over me. And Chris is kind of sitting there like, and he just makes a little comment like, this is really ironic because, those are the things you don't like about your mother, but I brought these things up to you like before in our marriage, and that just sent Candice through the roof. How dare you do that? I don't like it when you do that. And he gonna sit there and embarrass me like that. He's like, what do you mean embarrass you? He's like, all I'm just saying is, you do the same things. You might need to be open to hearing that. I'm not like that, and I've told you not to use that example. I'm done. So she gets her ass up, walks out, throws a temper tantrum. Like, Candice, you are not grown by any means. You are not grown woman like, and you act like a child when you don't get your way. And that is, partially up to how you were raised, the way your mama called you a spoiled brat. It is what it is. So now she's in the car talking about, I don't like it. How dare you say it? He's like, it's a respect thing. Chris is like, look, I'm your husband, and all I'm telling you is look from things the other side. This is not a black and white situation. This is all gray. I don't care. I handle it the way I want to. And he's like, well, obviously it ain't been working for 34 years that you've been arguing with your mom. Now is it? I don't care because it's my life. I can do it that way. Like, he's like, bitch, you get emotional, shut down, and then nobody want to talk, and that's the reason why you blew up on Ashley the other night, which is valid. Candice, listen to your husband. He do right by you, which is checking you, and unfortunately, you don't like being told something you don't like, and that sounds very familiar, doesn't it, Candice? That DNA runs deep in you, child. Unfortunately, you not like your mother, but bitch, you are your mother's child. That was like, I was rooting for you, Candice. I really was. But that little outburst right there proved to me like you got a lot to work on. And partly all of that, these blow-ups you do, I know has to do with the anger that you hold in dealing with your mother, because you really scared to give it to her. So you take it out on everybody else. As soon as somebody says something you don't like, you go, backlash at them. But you better quit doing that to Chris. I don't think he gonna stick for that shit a little bit much more longer. Hell, if it was me, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna keep telling you the same shit and you blow up in my face just because you don't like what I got to hear. And that was her thing. I don't like it. And he's like, you get emotional, you shut down, can't nobody say nothing to you. It's my life. I have the right to do that. Bitch, miss me with that. So after that, there's a little scene where Karen takes Ray bike riding. Like, Karen, you old, Ray old. Y'all two asses can't be doing that. She talking about, I'm still a hometown country girl. When I want to show Ray all about this. Ray's old ass was like, try to get on the back of the damn thing. Almost slipped the disc trying to get back there. Karen, you said he's 70. He got a good maybe 10, 15 years left. Do not do that, because you take the wrong turn, cause Ray to have a heart attack, and that's it. It'd be over. But that was like a cute little scene, them having a little date day. So Monique meets Ashley at the little baby store. Monique and Ashley have kind of, reconciled their friendship, and Monique is pregnant, and she knows Ashley wants to experience that, so they're bonding over that. But at the little baby place, obviously, they talk about how everything has, occurred. Ashley brought up the whole pride thing that she performed at. Bitch, that was such a D-list performance. And Monique was like, well, I wish I could have been there, but you were there with your posse. Speaking of posse, is Robin still in your posse? And here Ashley go, I'm still mad at her. She brought it up. We all know Giselle is messy, but Robin, she took the spoon and stirred it. And it's like, bitch, come on. Like, Robin is not intentionally messy, especially for you. Robin's had her moments, but overall, Robin is not like the mastermind of shit. So let that shit slide. You really should be going out on Giselle, because she wasn't the one that heard it and felt the need to bring it up. So all that anger really should have been directed at her. But Monique, was surprised. She's like, I didn't expect Robin to do that. But my real issue is Candice. Like, she was blowing up and she's done temper tantrums. Y'all had y'all's back and forth, but that was just extra, and it really was, bitch. And Monique clocked it, talking about, I really think Candice is not just mad at you. Like, it's a whole bunch of shit, especially with the things going on with the mother in her life. Like, that is affecting her big time. Candice, you really need like more therapy hours. However you see Dr. Ken, you need to double it, honestly. Ashley didn't have to be the nerve to be like, well, what did she say? She said something about, like, obviously Candice and Candice and Chris and all that type of stuff like that. But ultimately, Monique is gonna talk to Candice to try and smooth things over. So as this is all happening, I think the next scene is when the news breaks. Michael, all over TMZ, the shade room. Michael getting sued. He grabbed a man's ass, facing 11 years. Everybody's calling her like, bitch, did you see? And everybody's talking. And what was real like ironic was when Monique was talking to Candice, and obviously Candice feels vindicated. She's like, well, bitch, look, told you so. And Monique was like, well, you know, I mean, I'm cool with Ashley, so I would do what I would want somebody to do for me, which is, you know, make sure I'm okay. And Candice got me. She was like, well, I mean, that's the Christian thing to do, but it's just real funny after she dragged you for your life last year. And I was like, bitch, that's true, but if they want to make up, let them make up. Just because you want to have beef with Ashley doesn't mean everybody else has to. And I kind of feel like that's her mood right now. Like, y'all all had issues with Ashley. Why y'all not doing nothing about it? Like, I feel like she's trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho for everybody. Like Candice, that's not your place. Other than Ashley's business, you have no reason to be mad at her. Because you have started with this bitch point blank period. So, now here it is. Katie and Ashley are shopping at the little thing for the Hoedown. And Giselle calls Ashley and was like, bitch, are you okay? And Ashley's like, what do you mean? And you could tell Giselle was hesitant to say something because she was like, Michael, he's getting sued, like something happened. But here it is, no surprise. Ashley's not surprised. She's like, oh yeah, girl, that was dismissed. I'm not worried. Like, I knew about that already. And Giselle's like, oh, okay. And so she was like, yeah, we went to court. Everything's been thrown out. So, you know, eventually I will tell you guys. And it's just real weird. Like, Ashley, you knew all this shit was happening. It got dismissed. But why is this like now? And then she's like, oh, you know, this is real skeptical because of the timing. You know, he did this, the rumor of the whole penis thing. And then now the lawsuit's coming out. It's just real convenient. Bitch, if they happening at the same time, then that means ding, 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 red flags. I mean, that all can be around Michael and the shit not be somewhat true. Like, think, Ashley. But you not dumb. You know what you're doing. You just too busy trying to get pregnant by him so you can have an insurance policy for his ass. So that's why you real supportive of him. Katie was over there ear hustling the conversation and had me rolling. And that damn wig, Katie, what damn Halloween school teacher box did you get that wig from? Y'all, did y'all see that shit hanging off her head? And the glasses she had on, probably wasn't prescription. Like, Katie, go back to wearing scars and looking like Amistad, okay? So Monique has Candice come over. Candice has kind of like a little sisterly relationship with them. They go upstairs and, you know, start getting down to talking about the real stuff. Monique is like, look, I'm going to sit back and let you talk, then I'll give you my opinion. Monique is a real friend. That girl, like, I really like Monique. And she let Candice talk, gave her an ear. Candice like, you know, I've calmed down. I've really gotten better. But, you know, how dare Ashley use my mom? She knows that's a trigger for me. I talk about it, but you know, she knew what she was doing when she said that. And, you know, I need to have more control of myself. And now Monique was like, look, girl, I'm going to be honest with you. That wasn't no grown woman shit. You threw a temper tantrum, worse than it's ever been. Like, should no woman be able to get you, like, on the type of level that they're on? Because then now, like, you pretty much did what they want you to do. So here it is. You satisfied Ashley by proving the point that you're the crazy bitch. And obviously, Candice is like, well, I don't agree. And Monique is like, that's fine, but I still think that you act like a child and you need to do better. And your mother, like, quit talking about her if you don't want other people to bring it up. And she was like, well, I can do that because that's my mom. And so she was like, well, don't bring her up all together because, you know, obviously you got issues. Y'all, my damn dog over here barking. And pause, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Had to handle my damn dog barking out the window. So, where was I? Oh, yeah, so when Monique was talking about, like, bitch, like, you and your mother, it was real obvious that Candice was like, man, Chris just said this the other day and we had an argument about that. Like, Monique, if two people are telling you the same thing, bitch, you need to be like, look, 1 + 1 = 2 at this moment. You are the common denominator. So now at this point, like, she's not obviously willing to see that she's become the new Ashley. So it's the day of the little Hoedown or whatever, after everybody done blew up the whole Michael thing. Everybody's wondering how she's gonna act. Now Giselle's riding in the car with Ashley, and she took that as the time to apologize with her little fake apology, talking about, well, you know, Robin pointed some things out to me, and you know, I need to take responsibility for bringing up the topic. And Ashley accepted it, but then Giselle went right back to her messy ways. And she wanted to play like, oh, I'm here for you with I'm here if you need to say something, or, you know, do you need to talk? Bitch, all she was wanting to know was the tea, Ashley. Ashley ain't give it to her, though. She gave her that, we're fine, we're okay, actually, we're better than ever. And Giselle was like, well, okay then, better than ever. Like, such fakery. If you have to say that, then you obviously are covering up for something. Now, Katie in this barnyard ass house, it was cool, rustic looking. All the people show up, everybody. Candice and Ashley give the fakest hi, hello. And at that point, Robin actually pulls Ashley to the side and apologizes, which is cool. Everything is like, Robin basically said, you know, I would never intentionally do that. And now I understand how you were so defensive given all the stuff that was happening behind scenes. So Ashley obviously like was dealing with the whole ass grabbing shit when nobody knew. And then this pops up, like obviously for her, this was an overload basically of all the dirty shit Michael been doing that's coming to light. So they have a weird ass toast from Katie before they eat and play games. Katie, what drugs you be taking? You be on that ayahuasca? You be on that Molly doing the white people drugs? I mean, Katie, you was out there. But bitch, whatever you be taking, I mean, it be looking like it be having you right. But after everybody does the games and stuff, they sit down and eat, and here's where shit pops off because Candice apologizes to the whole table about her outburst and says, you know, I need to do better, be woman-like. And Giselle, messy ass, go, okay, Giselle, but you didn't point that apology that away. And she's like, well, I was going to get to that, but that's a separate conversation. But I mean, you know, you are the one who told me she didn't want to speak to me. And Giselle was like, oh, you're right. I told you that. Like, that's, Giselle, you so messy and up your own ass that you forget when you be telling people shit. Like, come on. At this point, like, what, are you tired, Miss Hilly? Aren't you tired? Like, how Violet said it on The Help. All you do is lie and cheat to get what you want. You a godless woman, Miss Hilly. Ain't you tired? Ain't you tired? Ain't you tired, Giselle? Go find you a new dick, a new life, and stop getting in people's business. You always want to say, oh, everybody blames Giselle, but look what you be doing. So here it is now. Candice and Ashley have a little moment, but it blows up because Candice goes back to, I'm just going to be friends with somebody who can keep it real, but if I see BS, I'm calling out BS. And all the other women like Candice at this point, like, it's put to rest, it's done. Monique is trying to tell Candice, like, look, you came after this girl's life, and we're trying to help you, like, and you're not doing good with doing all these blow-ups. Candice gets loud. Y'all are not gonna chastise me when y'all did the same thing. You bitches are hypocrites. Giselle was like, you've been talking about this woman and her husband like that's judgmental. No, it's not. I'm just stating an opinion. But I bet if somebody did that to you and Chris, it wouldn't be an opinion then. So stick your nose out of Ashley's business. I'm surprised I'm saying this, but I mean, Ashley's getting her karma. She didn't know this when she put her tagline up for the Potomac Housewives intro, but karma is not on your side, Ashley. And them flashbacks was hilarious because it's like, damn, I forgot Ashley really did all that. Especially when she was in Robin's life about Juan, like, bitch, you was pushing it. But Karma said, do, and bitch slapped the hell out of Ashley like it's your turn. And Candice gets up after blowing up, and Karen actually tried to have a genuine moment with Ashley saying, you know, I'm here for you, and then here comes Giselle again. But that's real funny. After you high-fived Robin at Candice's house, why are you so concerned? You need a storyline so bad that you in the other bitch's business. So now that turns into an issue. Ashley's like, you got skeletons, Karen, don't be coming for me. And it's like, oh, Ashley, don't do it. And Karen gets up. Her and Ashley get into it. Ashley tried to do a real slick IRS comment, but bitch, you can't play with Karen. Bad wigs and all. She said, clankety clank, tell Michael not to drop the soap. And it's real, like, Karen is allowed to have a moment. Like she said, I'm human. You came for me and mine last year with your little comments, so bitch, now I get to do the same to you and be satisfied because that's what I want to do. And what you gonna do about it? Because Ashley, you can't say that you didn't do all that shit. Bitch, it's proof. So Ashley obviously wasn't prepared for it because after she said that, she was just stuck there. And Candice is still throwing a temper tantrum on the side. Karen goes to check on her. And she's like, look, I get it. You want to be, there for all those other girls in regards to Ashley, but let life handle it. So Monique comes over to try and explain to Candice what she meant. Like, as your friend, girl, I'm telling you, like, it's not looking good for you. Like, you're throwing these fits, fighting with everybody. And now Candice is like, bitch, now you want to be on her side. Now you all for Ashley. You my friend. How dare you do that? Monique was like, don't call me a hypocrite because I've been riding for you. Which she has. Like, the point is, like Candice, Monique, a true friend is going to tell you when you wrong, point blank, period. And then Monique said it right. Oh, I get it. Oh, you want yes men. Okay, that's what it is. Now Monique is walking off and Candice decided to get bucked and be like, yeah, walk off. And Monique was like, bitch, get dragged while I'm pregnant. And I believe it, Candice. You don't want none. Even with Monique being pregnant, I feel like she could put them hands on you real quick. Like Scrap said, put them paws on them. And Candice, I don't know what, drag me, Monique. Bitch, what was you gonna do? Call the police? Cause white grown up black person. You grew up in the country club. Remember, Candice? So now she's crying. All you bitches coming after me after you've done the same thing. But the whole point is, like, Candice, yeah, they done the same thing, but it doesn't make the shit right. It was wrong when they did it, so now it's wrong when you doing it. Like, what? I don't get what you're not seeing about that. So now Monique is cooling down, and all the other women are like she just has to mature. Like, she needs therapy, which we all knew that. And Monique goes back to Candice and tries to be like, look, I'm sorry. I said that. I got emotional, but I'm your friend. She kind of starts, crying and was like, you saw what I went through last year with Ashley, and I'm trying to tell you, like, don't do that, and now you coming after me. I'm just being real with you. And, like, how have you not see that you become the new Ashley, Candice? I think she knows, but she don't like to be told when she's wrong. Sorry, Candice. Life does not revolve around you. I know you grew up that way, but, bitch, it's the real world. Not everybody's supposed to sit there and be your yes man. Point blank, period. So now Karen got to go check on Candice. And now Candice has come to the realization, first I'm fighting with my husband. Now I'm fighting with my mom, and then now I'm fighting with everybody else. Something got to change. And I always say this, look at the common denominator. If your life is blowing up and bitches, you gotta look, you as much as you not like your mother, like you 23andMe, bitch, like go get your DNA done, ancestry line. Like, bitch, that you are your mother's child. And you have the same, unfortunately, bad characteristics that you don't like about her. You cut people off. You over yell people. You always think nobody can check you. Like, bitch, unfortunately, you can call yourself Dorothy. Get a couple of pearl necklaces and say, I'm Dorothy for Halloween. So that was the episode of the Potomac Housewives. Honestly, Candice and Giselle, like, they're on my bad radar right now. Like, you guys tell me what you think. Is Candice throwing this out of proportion with how she says the lady are hypocrites, or is she, valid on feeling that way? You guys let me know. In regards to Ashley and Michael, do you think that she, like, in her own, like, how am I trying to put this? In her heart of hearts, do you think Ashley believes that Michael did what he did? I mean, we all know he did. It's a pattern, like they said. It's a pattern. Every time Michael get around a man or he been drinking, he like touching some shit that don't belong to him. So thank you guys for watching. That is it for today. Please like this video and subscribe to your girl's channel. I will catch you guys on the flip side. All right, deuces.